All right, let's just jump right in. We're going to be looking at a project with, and I'm not kidding, one of the most ambitious goals I've ever heard of, creating a digital world completely without crime. Now that is a huge, huge claim, so let's break down exactly how they think they can pull it off.
It all starts with the question that, hits pretty close to home. What if your phone was literally unstealable? I don't just mean locked with a passcode, I mean, what if stealing it was completely pointless because it would be nothing more than a paperweight in the thief's hands?
And from there, the idea gets way, way bigger. Forget just your phone. What if your entire digital identity, all your accounts, your money, everything you are online, was absolutely fundamentally unhackable, impossible for anyone else to become you?
Well, there's a project that claims to have cracked it. It's called ENTIFY, and their solution isn't just some new app or a fancier password. Nope. It's a completely new kind of cryptographic architecture from the ground up.
And here's the promise, straight from the founder himself. He says they're building the world's most trusted network, protected by the highest level cryptographic architecture ever conceived. That is a bold statement for sure. So, let's see what this architecture is actually all about.
So first up, let's talk about that big vision. Section 1, a world without crime. Sounds great, but what does that even mean in the real world?
The idea isn't to, magically stop all crime everywhere on the planet. It's to build this digital sanctuary of trust. And inside this sanctuary, things like your phone or even your car would be so deeply and uniquely tied to you, to your identity, that stealing them would be, well, pointless. It's a plan to make the entire black market for stolen stuff just obsolete.
Okay, so how do you build that level of trust? That brings us to Section 2, your identity, your keys. Because according to this project, it all has to start with the individual, with a totally new way of thinking about what a digital identity even is.
And this is where it gets really interesting. The whole foundation is this idea called human-centric cryptography. The key takeaway here is that your identity isn't something a machine gives you, like a username and password. It has to come from you, from your conscious mind, your intent, your awareness. And it's built on 3 unique pillars. First, there's the affidavit. That's you, basically making a legal declaration that you are who you say you are. Second, the autograph. This is a biometric signature that's totally unique to you, and it becomes your public key. And third, and this is cool, the magic symbols. 3 secret shapes that only you can draw, and that becomes your private key.
Now here's the kicker. You don't just draw these symbols once and forget them. No, you have to practice them. The system actually calls it a training ritual, and the whole point is to burn it into your muscle memory, to create this deep psychological bond with your own identity. It's security you can feel, not just something you type.
All right, so we have this powerful kind of personal identity system. How do we get from that concept to actually protecting a physical thing like a phone? That's Section 3, the unstealable phone.
The secret is a 2-device system. First, you've got the Entiphone. That's your hot device, the one you carry around every day, like your wallet. But then, you also have the EntiCard. This is your cold backup, completely offline, like a key to a bank vault. You tuck it away somewhere safe and only bring it out for emergencies. That separation is absolutely critical.
And the system doesn't rely on one static key that can be copied or stolen. Instead, it uses something they call evolving keys. Think about this. For every single interaction, a brand new one-time use key is created, used, and then it's gone forever. The source material has this beautiful metaphor for it. It grows like the rings of a tree.
And this works because of a 3-level hierarchy. At the very top, you have your master key. That's your core identity secret, and it never leaves that offline EntiCard. From that, a device key is created for your phone. And then the phone uses that key to generate all those temporary interaction keys for every little thing you do. Your ultimate secret is always kept safe, far away from any online threats.
So how does the network know these temporary keys are legit? Well, that's the final piece of the puzzle. It constantly verifies them using some really clever math called zero-knowledge proofs. It's like being able to prove you know a secret password without ever saying the password out loud. It's pretty close to cryptographic magic.
So you put it all together, and what do you have? You have a system where every single action is uniquely created, personally signed, and instantly verified. This is what's supposed to make unauthorized access pretty much impossible.
So, okay, if you've built this foundation of nearly perfect trust, what do you build on top of it? The answer apparently is something much bigger than just security. It's a whole new kind of economy. Welcome to Section 4, an abundance economy.
At the heart of this economy is a currency called the N token. Now, it's designed to be a true stablecoin because every single token is backed by a real, tangible asset, exactly 1 milligram of pure, authenticated gold.
Now, that gold backing is meant to keep things stable, but the vision goes way beyond that. This is where things get really wild. The network itself could, in theory, pay people to do worthy jobs. Users could create their own money based on assets they already have, or even based on a promise to create an asset, like signing a contract to build a house. I mean, these are some truly radical economic ideas.
So, we've covered a new way to handle identity, a new kind of economy. What is the endgame here? Where's all of this going? Well, it's all building towards the creation of a completely new digital world.
And this isn't just a dream. There's a roadmap. You can see it's a step-by-step process. It starts with the basics, a secure chat app and that identity layer. Then it moves into the physical hardware, the phone and card. And from there, it's the huge stuff, a new mesh ledger, an alternate internet, and then the full-blown asset economy.
And the final destination of that roadmap? ENTIFY World. And let's be clear, this isn't just another website or service. The vision here is for a completely parallel internet, one that's totally sovereign, totally decentralized, and owned and operated by the people who actually use it, with no central company or government in charge.
It is, without a doubt, an incredible vision. This idea of tying human consciousness itself directly to our cryptography to build an entirely new, trusted digital civilization. But of course, it leaves us with one massive question to think about. Is this really the future of digital trust, or is it a beautiful but impossible utopian dream?